the Great Depression of the 30s. You betcha I remember it. I lived through it. And I remember a song people sang to have some hope. The Big Rock Candy Mountain, it told of going to a wonderful land, a land of milk and honey, where you could stay for many a day and you don't need any money. Well, we're coming into a time that is far, far bigger challenge than the Great Depression. Why? Because all over the world, the people who control the money supply are fighting among themselves with ruthless greed for power. Money is being created so fast that it will soon be worth nothing at all. The entire financial world and all the companies and governments that wallow in it like pigs are freaking out. It is all going to collapse. That's not bad news. That's wonderful news. Money has caused wars and famine and hunger and poverty. It has corrupted millions of people into all manner of evil. Here is the great and wonderful news. One day soon, just as the turmoil and the financial crisis reaches its climax, a shout will go out on the internet. It will go all around the world. 1 billion people will hear it immediately, and they will tell others. God, yes. Love, yes. Money, no. That is the code word. And from that day, no one will use money anymore. They will not accept it, and they will not give it. But on that day, everyone goes to work as usual. They go to the market as usual for food and goods. They go to the gas station, get gas for the car. They ask for what they need, and they get what they want without money. I am here to tell you how that will work. It's a new world. For the people who love money, it will seem like the end of the world. How can they force people to do what they want unless they have the power to bribe them with money? But for people who want to be like God, God who gives the rain and the sun and all good things without money because He is love. This is the beginning of the age of peace and prosperity. It is the age of the Messiah, long promised. It is the age of love. How did that Depression song go? Oh, the buzzing of the bees in the cigarette trees, by the soda water fountain, where they hung the jerk that invented work, in that big rock candy mountain. OMG! Did I just say nobody would have to work? Right. I really mean it. Work is where you do stuff so you can get money to get food and other stuff that you need to survive. In the old world, we were supposed to try to get more than we had to give. Those were the rules. But the rules of the new world is love. Love in this new age, we try to give more than we get because of love. And because the world is ruled by a loving God, He makes things happen so that we actually get more than we give. That's the strange paradox of the Messianic age of love. And this is what provides abundance and health for every individual that lives. What? You do not think that that could possibly happen. People are not wired that way. And you're absolutely right. Everybody needs to be rewired, reprogrammed. And people just don't know how to do that. And you're right. Now let's see. People need to be reprogrammed, rewired. OMG! Is that something like, do I dare say it? Is that something like born again? What was it Jesus said? And by the way, his name was Yeshua, for those who like to pronounce his name the way he pronounced it. Anyway, he said something like, listen up, man. If a dude don't get born again of water and the Spirit, he ain't getting into the kingdom of God. Something like that. He spoke in Aramaic, which was sort of the language of truck drivers and fishermen would use. He spoke to ordinary people, like you and me. We're not scribes, Pharisees, or intellectual pinheads, right? So we get it. In this new age of peace and prosperity where people serve others with love the way God blesses us, people need to be born again. And that means all of the people of the whole world. That means almost 7 billion people. 7 billion people, all born again within a couple of years. I know what you're thinking. And no, I have not been smoking funny cigarettes. But if you want to research the scriptures, you will see that it has been God's plan all along. And the time is now. What plan? One day the word from God will go out to every far corner of the earth. And on that day, every knee will bow and all will declare him Lord, and their spirits will be born again. Now listen up, you Jesus people. There's a bunch of work we have to do to get ready for that day. Here it is. You and I have to prepare the way with the power that Jesus gave to you and me. Things that are not, you will speak into being. You will lay hands on the sick, and they will get well. You will speak in new tongues. You will show signs and wonders every day and be the light and the salt that will draw the entire world to Christ. Remember, Christ will rule the world through you and me. There will be no leaders but Jesus as he works through you and me. So don't look for some new group, some new leader, or some new church. Stay where you are and let your light draw others to the true Christ with humility. Preach by the humble love you show with your forgiving actions. No disagreements, no arguments, just like Yeshua did. I have one more thing to tell you before the next video. Think on this song. Oh, the bluebird sings by the lemonade springs, by the soda water fountain, where we can stay for many a day, and we won't need any money. Shalom.